Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Dynamite, or Mike. I'm Michael Cole, Tony Schiavone, and Taz here. And today on Dynamite, or Mike, we are going to have a good show here today on Dynamite, or Mike. We understand that John Bradshaw Lakefield, the main overseer of the TWF, I guess you'd call him an oversight upholder too, is going to be here. That's right, Tony Schiavone said. We saw what happened yesterday. We saw what happened on Collision or Hit, what led to him being named to that. And we'll also see, if there's any more law and setup he can uphold. I'll tell you one thing right now, Michael and Tony, Taz says, I don't think there's any law set up that he's going to be skilled enough to deal with. Because at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, I don't think that there's anyone out there that he can truly deal with. I mean, Drew McIntyre isn't going to take fighting with Medusa on Collision or Hit laying down. We all know that. So, Taz says, alrighty then, and we'll go to the ring now. Well, here comes Drew McIntyre coming to the ring now. Alright, so let me get this bloody right. There's some John Bradshaw Lakefield thinks that he's going to keep law and setup here in the toy wrestling gallery. Well, that's a good one. Because I don't really see that's a good one. Because I don't see him doing that. He handicaps me by having me fight Medusa on Collision or Hit. Does he not understand all the shit that CM Punk did to me since CM Punk came back to WWE in the 11th month of last year? No, he doesn't. CM Punk fucked me over, made it where I couldn't win the World Heavyweight winnings 3 times. And when I did win the World Heavyweight winnings for the first time at WrestleMania, he made seeing that I lost to Damian Priest. He made seeing I lost to Damian Priest again. But I got back at him and I beat him at SummerSlam. Only he beat me at Bash in Berlin. But I got him. And I don't know if we'll ever see him again. I ain't never ate him but his toy at. And do I even care? Drew McIntyre, I can see you're going to be a bind here. You seem to think that it's shit. You seem to think that it's alright for you to go around and beat up someone. You seem to think that it's alright to do all that because, hey, they did something to you. Hey, and let's go way back to this whole thing. You hated him. You knew how he behaved in his first run in WWE. Whatever. Yeah, he may have made scene. Well, you started it first when you wounded him at the Kingly Thunder. The WWE one, not the TWF one. And then he got even on you, at Wrestle Madness because you just could not help yourself and had to keep on telling him that he wasn't going to be a 4-time World Heavyweight fighter or something like that. Then he made scene you couldn't win the winnings back at least 2 times. You beat the shit out of him on Friday Night SmackDown once, WWE's one. Then led to him fighting you. You beat him at SummerSlam. He beat you in a strap match at Bash in Berlin. Then there was a really bad beatdown you did on the Monday Night Raw. Not including what you did here in the TWF. That's not going to happen again, Drew McIntyre. We do not know where CM Punk's doll went to or where we put it at. But when we do seek where CM Punk's at, he will be ready. Oh, yeah, John. I should know because you spent your whole first run in WWF, WWE, and your 2-diff run bullying folks. Because that's what you were good at. You know? Yeah. Because you bloody hell did it to me in my first run in WWE. And you were doing it again in your 2-diff run. You know? And we all know that when you were a heel, and I'm not talking about your Dustin Hawk Bradshaw heel run, or your Blackjack Bradshaw heel run, or your follow, you know, we're not talking about being in the Wickerdom of Darkness, or the followership, or, you know, the Wickerdom followership, you know, or the followership Wickerdom, or your heel run when you were your heel run afterwards. Oh no, we're talking about your John Bradshaw Latefield heel run. And how you even then you were bullying the shit out of folks. And you still are. Yeah, I might be guilty. I may have been guilty of doing things like that. But at least I kind of learned from it. Unlike you, Drew McIntyre, I can bring up your yesteryear. Not your first heel run when you were on Raw, or your first heel run when you were on SmackDown, or your heel run when you were in the three-man band before they let you go. Or talking, not your 2-diff heel run when you were on Raw, or your 2-diff heel run. We'll talk about your 2-diff heel run when you went on SmackDown, or when you went back to Raw, or whatever. Yeah. So, here's what I think we should do. You know, you seem to think that what you did, you're not going to get handicapped for it. That's what you believe. But I'm here to tell you that's not true. And I got someone who's willing to stand up for it to you. Today, Drew McIntyre, you get to fight Jack Sparrow. Now Jack Sparrow's in the ring. Well, one time Drew McIntyre may have had some onlook for you. But mate, that's not anymore. Oh, so you think you can beat me? Drew McIntyre wanted to get the Claymore kick. Whatever it is. And Jack Sparrow just knocked him down. Jack Sparrow might not like CM Punk or Seth, but he at least didn't think it was right. And Michael Cole says Jack Sparrow, Drew McIntyre may have only fought once, way back in the 12th month of last year, I believe, or the 11th month. But that's when both of them were good. Jack Sparrow got the upper hand so far, Michael Cole said. That's right, Leadman Jack Sparrow, may have been, I don't know if he was a friend to Drew McIntyre before, but I know he's not a friend now. And Jack Sparrow came in. Drew McIntyre, Claymore kick. Down went Jack Sparrow, Tony Schiavone says. Taz says Jack Sparrow has just got Claymore kicked it down by the Highlandish fighter, Drew McIntyre, who is the Future Shock DDT, which Drew McIntyre has not lost whatever onlook he may have gotten from anyone. He just body slammed it. Leading Jack Sparrow, Taz says. But Jack Sparrow is going to wish he never got in the ring with Drew McIntyre. Well, Tony Schiavone says Drew McIntyre has shifted. He's become a liar. He's went against everything he's ever said. Every word or oath he's ever given, it means nothing now. He's been guilting and shaming everyone for why things didn't go the way they went in his 2 different in WWE so far. Yes, Tony Schiavone said he Claymore kicked it down Jack Sparrow, and he seems to kill everything going wrong on CM Punk. He wonders why CM Punk has been fighting him for so long. Well, it was Drew McIntyre who started it with CM Punk. And if Drew McIntyre wanted it to be over, well, he would have been done with it. But no, he kept on fighting with him. Tony Schiavone said, well, look out, Taz says. Leadman Jack Sparrow is going to be walking his own board this time, Taz said. Michael Cole said Drew McIntyre missed. And Jack Sparrow just gave his offshoot of the Claymore kick. Even though Jack Sparrow is a 4-1 Kingdomler living in Jamaica land, which would make him a North Vinlander, Jamaica Slander, I believe. If I'm wrong about that, Michael Cole says. Seed thief away. Leadman Jack Sparrow taking down Drew McIntyre. Jack Sparrow's running TWF is on and off, but you don't see him behaving like Drew McIntyre did. Drew McIntyre just, got him. Not doing so, his foot's caught in the rope. Yeah, and down he went. How you like that? Wrecking him out. Well, Michael Cole says we can tell that Drew McIntyre thinks he's got the upper hand on Jack Sparrow, Michael Cole says, or Leadman Jack Sparrow, he likes to be called that. And Jack Sparrow's has been brought back in the ring to fight Lord, almost reckoned out Jack Sparrow there. Michael Cole said. Then Tony Schiavone said we're seeing a WWE Jax doll fight a Disney Ziggy toy doll. Michael Cole says Jack Sparrow this time. Drew McIntyre went to the Claymore kick from the top steeple, Michael Cole says. Tony Schiavone said it happened. It did, Tony Schiavone says. Looks like Leadman Jack Sparrow is down for the reckoning here. If the Fight Lord can reckon 1, 2, 3, Drew McIntyre can beat Jack Sparrow and beat this Disney self. We'll also go off to show that a Mattel doll was always greater than a Ziggy toy doll. Taz says, 1, 2, no, do not make that 1, 2, 3, John Bradshaw Lakefield said. As you can see, Jack Sparrow's foot was underneath the bottom rope. You son of a... Well, it's true. It's true. The way, the walk the plank, or the walk the board by Jack Sparrow, taking down Drew McIntyre, Michael Cole says. And John Bradshaw Lakefield did show that Jack Sparrow's one of his foot was underneath the bottom rope. Michael Cole says, well, that was an oversight the fight board did not see, and it was good that John Bradshaw Lakefield brought it up, Tony Schiavone says. Well, yeah, now Drew McIntyre is going to lose Jack Sparrow now, Taz says. How fair is that? 1, 2, 3. Ding. Here is your winner, Jack Sparrow, or Leadman Jack Sparrow. Well, Jack Sparrow right now has beat Drew McIntyre here today on Dynamite, or might, Michael Cole says. And I would think that Drew McIntyre's getting more foes. Not only having a foe with CM Punk, we'll hopefully see him back in the TWF soon or later. But he seems to have a thing starting with Jack Sparrow now, Michael Cole says. I think that is true, Tony Schiavone says. We've seen that Jack Sparrow beat Drew McIntyre, and one thing Drew McIntyre does not seem to be skilled to handle these days is losing matches or fights. and he might most likely think that John Bradshaw Lakefield fucked him over, but it was the right call to make on the grounds that Jack Sparrow's foot was underneath the bottom rope. I'll tell you one thing right now, Michael and Tony. Jack, it's already bad enough that Drew McIntyre has to deal with CM Punk. Now he has to deal with Jack Sparrow now. This is not fair, Taz said. It's not right. Well, we're going to be talking. We're going to take it away now to Jim Ross. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael Cole and Tony Schiavone. I'm going to be talking here with Jack Sparrow here today on Dynamite or Mike. All right, Jack Sparrow or Leadman Jack Sparrow, whatever you want to be called. What made you want to fight Drew McIntyre? First off, what I saw he do to CM Punk last week on NXT was shameful and unforgivable. I mean, I'm a sea thief, and that makes me a sinner and an outlaw. Alright? But the one thing I never did is I never beat someone so badly that they would, so badly like he did. And I once had some onlook, for Drew McIntyre and what he did, how he was fired from, how he was in ICW, WWE, went back to ICW, went to TNAW, well, by that time I guess it was IW, TNAW, and then going to EPW, back to WWE. But now, not so much on look for him, under the grounds of how he's been behaving these days. So yeah, I had to stand up for that. I was going to stand against that. And hopefully CM Punk was either put in that bin with the red top in it in a hidden room or somewhere in this room, and hopefully when he comes back he'll get even with Drew McIntyre. Well, we can only hope. Are you worried, Jack Sparrow, that Drew McIntyre need come after you? If he does come after me, I'll beat him, Jim Ross, like I beat him before, if he wants to start something with me. Because something tells me that if he already got a bind dealing with CM Punk, he doesn't want to have a bind dealing with me too. Alright, that's my talk with Jack Sparrow, or Leadman Jack Sparrow. Back to you, Michael Cole and Tony Schiavone. Well, thank you, Jim Ross, for talking with Jack Sparrow. Here today on Dynamite or Mike. But I understand before the show's over, we do got this. What was that all about? Stopping the match there. I stopped the match there because Jack Sparrow's foot was underneath the bottom rope. And in wrestling, skilled wrestling, that is written and booked to be unlawful, unright. So I made the call to let the Fight Lord know of the oversight that he was going to make if he did reckon a 1, 2, 3. You're against me because what I did is CM Punk. No, I'm against you because you like to walk around, beat the shit out of folks, do shit, and then you think that you should not be held answerable for anything you say and do because someone else said and did something. Well, let me tell you something. You're going to be answerable for you beating up CM Punk, answerable for everything else you did or said that was wrong, or sinful, or unlawful, or both, or whatever. And I'm not frightened of you. So, yeah, well, me and you are going to have bind. You should be lucky that you're no longer a wrestler anymore. Oh, is that a threat, saying if I was still wrestling I should worry about you? You don't want to deal with me if I was still wrestling, because if I still was, there'd be one close stake from hell and you'd be out. But I'm not going to give you what you want. You should be lucky if you weren't held up or fired for what you did to CM Punk. and he will be back, and you will have another match with him. Well, looks like it is all the time we got here for Dynamite or Mike. I, Michael Cole, Tony Schiavone, and Taz. We hope you like Dynamite or Mike, and we'll see you tomorrow for Impact or Hit.